He's just a friend. I don't know why you're getting angry, Michael. Lillian's fingers tightened around my arm. Please, he's coming this way. I'm going to tell him you're my brother, my girlfriend said. Tell who? I asked. She didn't answer immediately. She just tilted her head slightly. I followed her gaze, and then I saw him. The face was unmistakable. I'd seen it on television, on campaign posters, on the news. The senator. My stomach dropped. I looked back at Lillian. Don't tell me it's what I'm thinking, Lillian. We're cousins, she whispered quickly. Is that okay? Don't worry, I'll explain later. I had never seen her panic like that. Cousins? I repeated slowly. Lillian, what exactly is your relationship with the senator? Please, she said under her breath. I'm only asking you to pretend. Is that too much? Before I could respond, he was already standing beside our table. Tall, imposing, surrounded by two security guards. Lillian hugged him. Then she smiled at him and winked at me before sitting down next to me. Who's this young man? He asked, gesturing toward me. Lillian stood up again, smiling brightly as she held his hand. Oh, Senator, this is my cousin. Cousin. I forced myself to stand. We shook hands. His grip was firm, controlled, and assessing. He nodded once, then walked toward the exclusive reserved lounge at the far end of the restaurant. Lillian followed him. She returned minutes later, smiling. That smile bothered me. Soon after, two waiters arrived at our table with bottles of wine resting in ice buckets. Expensive dishes we hadn't ordered. Sides we didn't request. All compliments of the senator, one waiter said. Lillian kept glancing toward the reserved lounge. Back and forth, like she belonged to both tables. By now the senator was seated with other powerful guests. Laughter drifted from their section. Important laughter. Ours felt smaller. Later that evening, a staff member approached. The senator would like to see you. I felt the heat rise in my chest. I kept my composure. Lillian winked at me. That wink felt like betrayal disguised as reassurance. We walked to the reserved lounge, and the conversation was brief, polite, measured. Then he handed me a brown envelope. We shook hands again. And just like that, he left, with Lillian, his hands around her. I returned to our table alone. Lillian had immediately taken off the fresh red rose I had bought for her earlier that day and hidden it underneath the table as soon as she saw the senator. I looked around as I sat down. The music was still playing. Glasses clinked. Valentine's Eve carried on, but mine was over. I opened the envelope. Inside was a check, written in my name,